Our next speaker is San Diego Alliance for Marriage Equality member and International Socialist Organization member, Adriane Brachelli.
Well, there have been a lot of Democrats and Republicans saying that the source of the leaks have blood on their hands. What an absurd statement. If Bradley, as people have said, if Bradley Manning did do what he did, he's a hero, not a criminal. The real people who have blood on their hands are the presidents, the administrations, the senators who have waged racist wars around the world in our names. In his speech against the Vietnam War, Martin Luther King spoke the truth when he said that the U.S. government is the greatest purveyor of violence around the world.
Right.
It's still true, and it's going to be true until we organize to stop it.
Right.
Why not just get rid of it?
Saying that Bradley Manning has blood on his hands, when the real war criminals are the ones who have perpetrated war crimes, who have watched over, have run illegal occupations in Afghanistan, in Iraq. Afghanistan has been brutalized by the U.S. for more than 30 years. Iraq since before '91. The sanctions under the Clinton administration in Iraq are responsible for the deaths of more than 500,000 children.
Right, right.
This, along with many occupations that the U.S. has staged, have been for profit, have been for securing resources, and have been for expanding the empire.
Right.
None of this benefits most Americans.
Right.
To say that we're fighting terrorists is one of the most ridiculous statements that the largest terrorist organization in the world,
Right.
the U.S. government, could say.
Right.
The U.S. is the one who has until very recently been allies with the Taliban, who created Al-Qaeda, who has razed entire villages to the ground, created the biggest refugee crisis in the world in Iraq. 4 million Iraqis displaced, 2 million internally. In a country where Shia and Sunni used to live side by side in peace, it was the U.S. who pitted them against each other.
Right.
Not to stabilize the country, not to bring democracy, but to destabilize the country in order to conquer it.
That's right. Yeah.
In Iraq, there are walls that the military has built to separate community, to divide and conquer, just like the U.S. has funded in Palestine.
Right.
These occupations are the real war crimes. I should bring up that Bradley Manning, along with being a hero for exposing these war crimes, has also come out against Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
Yes.
And we should also support the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, not because we want queer people or anyone to join the military.
Right.
Frankly, there's no reason for the U.S. to have a military.
Yeah.
But it's because queer soldiers are put on the battlefield and lose limbs and are then denied their benefits.
That's right.
What ended the Vietnam War? Well, two major things that helped end it were soldier resistance and an anti-war movement at home to support that. It is an incredibly brave and courageous thing to do to resist the military. Bradley Manning is a war resistor.
That's right.
The people of Iraq veterans against the war, of Vietnam veterans against the war, are war resistors.
That's right.
Just like a strike in a factory, when soldiers put down their guns and refuse to fight, the war cannot continue.
Right.
That's what made the wheels of the war machine grind to a halt in Vietnam, and we have to organize to rebuild a fighting anti-war movement to release Bradley Manning and bring all of the troops home. And I mean all of them. Not this bullshit phony withdrawal that the Obama administration is bragging about, because leaving 50,000 combat troops and contractors to continue this massacre is not a withdrawal.
That's right.
We are not fooled by that, and we're not going to stand for it. And we're going to keep fighting until these occupations in Palestine, in Afghanistan, in Iraq are over, and these countries get reparations, and our veterans get health care and the benefits that they deserve.
That's right.
I am so insane.
All right. Our next speaker is former captain in the US Army, trade unionist, Activista and Latino immigrants' rights community, and head of the San Diego chapter of the International Committee to Free the Cuban Five. I would like to welcome Rick Trajillo. Is this true? Hey, NBC, this is true! This gathering is proof that we can get bigger, we can get stronger, and we can prove that they don't own the streets.
The streets.
You heard some very powerful words from the Vietnam veteran Chuck. The war for many of us Vietnam veterans will never be over. But I don't say that because I'm in crisis. I'm proud to stand up with Veterans for Peace, the peace movement here and everywhere against what the U.S. government does. We should be especially proud to stand with the National Lawyers Guild. Support them whenever you can. And you heard it from our professor. I wish she was the Attorney General. This would all be yesterday, Margie Cohen. To bring a small gathering like this together requires a lot. We all know that. We congratulate you, most especially the first speaker, our sister here, Lorraine. We will do something, Lorraine. For my part, I assure you these cards will be at the Centro Cultural and every single Latino site we know. In the great spirit of all veterans who tell the truth and turn their backs on oppression, and especially orders from stinking officers. I ought to know that one. We can win this case. Lastly, we hold no illusions. The second the Pentagon Papers hit the streets, many of you are too young to understand the power of that revelation. The Pentagon starting figuring out how to stop any leaks. That we found out about this and saw it on YouTube makes Manning not just a hero, but a genius.
We have the right to know!
Thank you all for giving me the privilege to stand on this soapbox. So let's clean some things up.